This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Sleeping in my car from Roxette, have you?
Camping, yeah. Because I'm not the type of person that's going to drop money on a tent. I'm just not.
And you're too lazy to set it up.
I don't like setting them up. Anytime that I'm like sharing a tent with someone, I fork.
You what?
I fork. I fake work.
Okay.
So they think I'm helping, but I pretend that I'm distracted with other things.
So you'll just go and pretend to hammer in a peg in the back corner?
Pretty much. And then next thing you know, the tent is up. So yeah, I've slept in my car a couple times on camping trips, but that's pretty much it. What about you?
Yeah, one time it was in Red Deer, and I was hanging out with a buddy, and him and a bunch of people were partying pretty hard at a house party after, and it wasn't my style of party. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They were staying up very late. And so I was like, I guess I'll go and just sleep in your vehicle, like, for a few hours. I got to drive tomorrow, like. So I went and slept in the back seat of his vehicle, and it was a quiet street at that time of night. It would have probably been 3 a.m. or something like that. I wake up at about 9 a.m. They're still at the inside at the.
They're
this
still
party.
awake?
Yeah. And this is middle of rush hour, one of the busiest streets ever, and I had the back door open and my head hanging out.
No.
That's how I slept in this car because I didn't have room.
Were you at least on the side not facing the road?
Incorrect.
What?
I probably almost got decapitated 500 times that morning. Like if somebody would have been just veered off a little bit.
Good thing you're a cockroach.
Your boy would have been toast.
Some celebrities that have lived in their cars: Jewel, Jim Carrey, Drew Carey, Kelly Clarkson, Dr. Phil back in the day lived in his car, Hilary Swank, William Shatner, David Letterman, Chris Pratt.
I think when you make that move to LA, when you have the itch to go and be a star, you get there and realize how much rent is, and you're like, I'll just crash here. A day that only comes around once every 4 years, February 29th, the Leap Day.
Happy Leap Day.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday to Ja Rule. He's only like 8 years old.
Baby.
That does not sound like Ja Rule.
That does.
No, you just sound like someone that smoked 4 packs of cigarettes.
Like Marge Simpson's sister.
Yeah, exactly.
Baby. This would be a cool birthday to have. I think one of the coolest, probably.
Yeah, but also kind of inconvenient. I mean, I'm sure you celebrate it. I think if you were born on February 29th, you would celebrate it March 1st.
Yeah, I'd say yesterday.
No, because you're technically not born yet. You would celebrate it on the 1st of March.
Maybe you're right. You were saying Ja Rule's the only famous person you know of that is celebrating a birthday today?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else.
Oh, sorry.
Famous.
Does motivational speaker Tony Robbins just not exist in your mind?
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez? You ever hear of him?
No.
Spain's president or prime minister?
I don't hear about him.
Okay, so Pope Paul III is just a nobody to you?
Anyway, if it's your birthday today, we want to hear from you because you're extra special. We'll give you lots of love.
Rest in peace.
Okay.
To Pope Paul III. He was born, he passed away in 1549. But he was born
1549. Sorry, I didn't know who you were talking about.
Yeah, well, maybe do your search. That's just short for research. That's what I'm calling it now.
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
We are joined by Brian, caller 7. Brian, are you a little bit nervous this morning?
I am actually a little bit more than last time.
Yep, so you've gotten through in the past. How much money did you end up winning, Brian?
I won 100 and then 75.
Whoa! Now, we've been doing the 1K wordplay for a couple years now, so this should give anyone else listening hope. To not give up. Mm-hmm. Try your best to get through. So Brian is caller 7 today.
I could tell you were nervous because you forgot your phone number when we were taking your information. I was just like, oh yeah, he's tightened right up. We'll go easy on you, okay?
Take a deep breath.
You've almost won 1,000 before. Maybe today's the day you get there. So, For anybody checking out the show for the first time, here is how the game works. Brian is going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself, who will leave the room. We're then going to give him 5 words. He tells us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite the teammate back in who hasn't heard anything from round 1 and play the same game with them. For every word that matches, it's $25. Hit all 5, $1,000.
Who's your teammate?
I had Lisa last time, so I'm taking Ryder.
Nice. All right, get out of here, Ryder. All right, Brian, I'm starting your 25-second timer after I say the first word. Deep breath. You've got this. Good luck. What is the first word that comes to your mind when I say granola?
Bar.
Fountain.
Water.
Tank.
Army.
Race.
Sorry?
Race. R-A-C-E. Race.
Run.
Traffic.
Jam.
Nice work. And you still had 3 seconds left on the clock. Let's get Ryder back in the studio and give away some money today. Hello, Ryder.
Hello, did Brian bring it?
Brian brought it.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be 1,000, though.
Oh, come on.
We've given away
You never know.
100 2 or 3 days in a row now.
I think it's been 3 days in a row. So today's the day. We got to make it happen. Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say granola?
Bar.
$25. Fountain.
There are 2 answers to this. I'm going to say pop.
Water. Brian was
Listen,
right. Brian was right.
The reason I said pop instead of water is because when you say fountain, what comes next? Pop. Fountain pop. Whereas water fountain, you got to put the water in front of the fountain.
Okay, excuses. Next word. What comes to mind when I say tank?
War?
Army. So close. We got $25. Let's make it 50. What comes to mind when I say race?
Run.
$50. One more to go. Let's send Brian home with $75. What comes to your mind when I say traffic?
Jam?
Yes! All
See,
right.
it's the word after traffic jam. Water
Sometimes.
or fountain pop.
Brian,
Pen was the other one I thought.
oh, pen is a great answer. I wonder if any of our listeners who were playing along thought of pen. Hit us up on the text line if you thought of pen, water, pop, whatever it is. We love hearing from all of you.
780-784-7107. Save our number into your phone. Tomorrow morning is your next chance to play at 7:50. We're giving shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the love and admiration they deserve. Let me be your hero.
Shout out to the fact that there's an extra day in February. Who can I call to change that, though? Because I don't want an extra day in the middle of winter. Can we get an extra day in July?
Not a bad idea.
I'd like some sun, please. Thank you.
Shout out to anyone who waits for the Oilers to start losing by a goal or two before betting on them to come back and win. Dangerous and rich.
Shout out to Eugene Levy for joining the cast of Only Murders in the Building. How much do you have to pay that guy to force him to hang out with Martin Short every day? Is that why the Netflix charges are going up again?
I've heard Martin is a really lovely man in person.
Oh.
But he does seem like a lot sometimes. Shout out to sweatpants being created for physical activity. Do they mean scratching on the couch? Because that's about as physical as I get in them.
Shout out to finding your close friends' LinkedIn profiles, where they brag about their company and the milestones they've reached. Okay, Jeff, I saw you beer bonging a Mickey, a vodka, and Neo Squirt on Saturday, but okay, pop off.
Shout out to anyone who's still crushing their New Year's resolution 2 months in. Mine's going pretty well so far.
What was it?
Well, I've smoked in 4 out of the 5 Arby's bathrooms in the city.
You're such a liar. That was not your New Year's resolution.
Imagine.
Shout out to birds who choose to walk instead of fly. I wonder if it's because they haven't closed their rings on their Apple Watch yet. Do you get it?
No.
They're getting their steps in.
Okay.
That's funny, no?
I didn't know what
Well, just
closing their rings meant.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I'm sure there's a lot of people that just killing themselves laughing
Well,
right
if they're
now.
wearing an Apple Watch, they thought that was the funniest joke ever. Also, like, where would a bird keep its Apple Watch? On its ankle? Like, that's funny, man.
Sure.
You're pissing me off.
What? I'm just being honest. I didn't get it.
All right. Are we done?
No, I've got one more,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure even if you think it's funny, you're going to pretend you don't.
No, I will give you support if it's worth it, but it better be good.
Shout out to people who refuse to shovel and then go to the gym and pay to move heavy stuff around.
That was a fake laugh. You have an extra day because it's a leap year.
So we're counting down the top 7 things you should do with your bonus 24 hours. At number 7, finish shoveling. You've been putting it off. You're like, will it just melt? No, get it done.
No, it'll melt. Don't do it.
At number 6, unsubscribe from all those pesky emails that you signed up with so you could get 5% off on your first purchase.
You have 24 hours to unsubscribe. How amazing will that feel?
It's so nice when you do it. I've done it probably 3 or 4 times, and it just feels great.
Unsubscribe.
At number 5, smush.
Yep. If you can.
At number 4, book appointments you've been putting off.
Nah, I don't like that one. Next.
Like the dentist, the eye doctor. How long has it been?
It's been a very long time.
Exactly. Book that appointment today.
I'm still mad at them for telling me I need glasses. No, I didn't, but now I do. Thanks.
Coming in at number 3 for what you should do with the bonus 24 hours you've been given because of the leap year. Catch up on Love is Blind on Netflix.
I haven't watched the latest episodes. Don't tell me anything.
Ooh, it's going to be juicy.
It's going to be good.
At number 2, memorize a really difficult rap song.
That is a flex that I have yet to achieve. I'm like pretty good at Till I Collapse,
Yeah.
but it's not perfect.
Once I was driving to see my brother. It was about a 5-hour drive, and I had just bought Kanye's album. I forget which one. I think it maybe Graduation or Late Registration. It had Jesus Walks on it anyway. And I was like, you know what? I've got 5 hours by myself in this car. I'm going to memorize this song.
I feel like you haven't really succeeded that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you'll go to karaoke, choose it as your song. You'll try to brag by not looking up at the screen, but you just mumble.
You know what the Midwest is? Young and restless, gonna snatch your necklace. Next these, my Jackie Lexus. Somebody tell these who Kanye West is. I walk through the valley of the shadow where death is. Cops on a little on a lead, you're breathless. Try to catch it, kinda hard getting choked by the Texas. Yeah, now check the method they be asking us questions. Harassing, arresting, saying we eat pieces of ish like you for breakfast, huh? Y'all eat pieces of ish, what's the basis? We ain't going nowhere, we got suits and cases. Trunk full of coke, rent a car from Avis. My mama used to say only Jesus could save us. Well, mama, I know I act a fool, but I'll be gone till November. I got packs to move. I hope Jesus walks. Sorry, you were saying? I don't know it?
Okay, well, maybe it's after a couple triple whiskeys you really screw it
That's
up.
the only time I feel comfortable singing in front of people.
Next.
The top 7 things you should do with your bonus 24 hours. Your taxes.
It's Linky, it's Link.
And what you gonna do when the Hulkster and his Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
Yeah, I kill me.
Ryder and Lisa's Nostalgia.
Brought to you by Sweet Convenience.
Only on Play 107.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Bring up that beat.
All you have to do is vote on the text line whose list is better. Everyone that votes is qualified to win a gift certificate to Sweet Convenience.
This is a fierce competition between you and I every week.
Yeah, we take it very seriously.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick things off?
Sure. That one kid, you know, who collected so many Pepsi points, they got a leather jacket.
What?
Yeah.
That was you, wasn't it? You look like the leather kid, the leather jacket
I look
kid.
like I drank a lot of pop when I was a kid. Cool, thanks.
Not having a spoon for your pudding snack. So eating it with your finger in class, then having chocolate under your nail all day.
Gross.
I know.
Playing loonies in the school cafeteria where you shoot coins at each other's knuckles. That was a nasty game.
Hurting your finger on the metal button that closes your umbrella.
Okay. Having a crush on someone in elementary school, but having to tell their best friend and get the green light from them first.
And you'd be dating, but you've never talked to each other.
Totally.
Running up and down the stairs in the movie theater, or if you were going to some sort of play before it started. Because you're a kid, you're bored, you don't actually care about what's going on.
Yeah, your parents were cool with it too. Get that energy out.
Yeah, rip
so you
around.
can sit.
Yeah.
My last one is collecting swimming patches and not knowing what to do with them.
Yeah, where do you hang them? You put them on like a ribbon? Like,
You got to iron them on a backpack?
yeah, that's not happening. Maybe that leather jacket you got with all your Pepsi points.
Ooh, I should have done that.
I knew it was you. When your parents would hand you the home phone to say hi to your grandparents or your uncle that lives in another city, and you'd be like, hi, uncle. I'm good. School's good. And that's all you would say.
All right, let's recap.
Not having a spoon for your pudding, hurting your finger on the metal button on your umbrella, running up and down the stairs in the movie theater, and your parents forcing you to talk to relatives on the phone.
Getting a leather jacket with Pepsi points, playing loonies, having a crush on someone but having to talk to their best friend about it instead of them, and collecting swimming patches. 780-784-7107. Whose list brought you back harder? Let us know, and you might just win a gift cert to Sweet Convenience. We're asking you, what's something brag-worthy you got going on right now?
Jessica wrote in saying, I'm 7 months postpartum with my second baby, and I used the jump rope at the gym today and didn't wee myself.
Hey!
Nice work, Jessica.
What do you got going on that's brag-worthy these days?
Okay, so yesterday we have a new employee, and she's helping us out when we're like live on location and stuff, getting good video footage of us and pictures for social media. And apparently yesterday she saw me in the lobby, but didn't know. She listens to the show, but she's like, I never knew what you looked like. I've just never thought to look into it. And she's like, I thought you were one of the other street teamers who are usually just out of high school.
Okay. University students.
And she was like, yeah, I was shocked to find out it was you because you look so young.
Whoa.
It's not a big deal or anything, but
man, that Botox is working great.
Shh.
Brag to us about something.
We got this text from Kelsey. My work took a bunch of us on an all expenses paid vacation to say thank you for working so hard. Flights paid for, hotel, food, and alcohol. They went to Nashville. Where do you work?
Yeah, honestly.
Hey, boss, are you listening?
And what's your fax number? Because I got a resume I want to fire your way.
We're just kidding. Kurt says, humble brag. I've successfully stuck to my meal plans this week. Should be 4 for 4 tonight. Not much, but that's all I've got. Have a great day. Honestly,
that's a good one.
That is a really good one because a lot of people, even if you have that meal prepped, you'd be like, but pizza's a thing.
Yeah.
And it's a leap year. Like, it's an extra day. Like, why not spend it eating pizza? Sorry, Kurt. I don't want to influence you,
Yeah,
but
don't.
Ryder, is there anything you want to brag about today?
Okay, well, often when I'm at the gym, I will notice guys that are like similar body type to me, but are in better shape.
Okay.
As kind of like just goals in my head. I'm like, I could get to that if I worked hard enough.
Totally.
I'm not like creeping on dudes.
No,
but
you're
I
just-
just like observing. I'm like, okay, that guy's like about the same
Yeah.
size and shape as me, but he's just more fit. So that's motivation for me sometimes. Anyway, I thought I saw one of those like a day or two ago. And I was like, oh, that guy's in pretty decent shape.
You're like, I could get there.
Yeah. And then I realized it was my reflection in the mirror. So
Ryder, that's so amazing.
yeah, I've been working out like really hard the last, 3 months. And then like the last year and a half has been just a nice change for me for the better. So it was cool for the first time to actually kind of see results that I'm like, oh yeah,
That's amazing.
check out them pecs.
Okay, so Kurt just wrote in again with a phone number to a pizza place. He's like, that's still their number, right? Don't do it, Kurt.
We want you to brag.
Hit us up if you got something.
Your story involves wildlife, kind of. Fire away.
I once wrestled a huge bear, and I got him really angry, and his boy bits were slapping against my forehead because he was sitting literally on my body.
A bear?
Yes, a grizzly.
Where was this?
Where were you?
This was in the 90s, and they had, at the Sport X, they had this celebrity bear, a movie bear, come to the city, and he was a wrestling bear, and he was undefeated. So I went and I signed the waiver, and I got to wrestle him, and I really angered him, and then he sat on me, and my head was there, and his boy bits were slapping against my head.
So you were teabagged by a grizzly bear in the 90s.
Yes, I was, and I can truthfully say that and not be embarrassed.
Yeah, you got to put that on the resume, man.
Yeah,
But
that should be your Tinder bio.
I don't think anybody else will be able to top that.
No,
So
we give you the color of the day.
it's the month.
That's day.
No, we give the prize once a month.
Oh, sure, okay.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.